Hello, welcome my dudes. Episode number 2, Starfield. Yesterday was the first time we had the opportunity to jump in. And we will continue our journey onto our planetary travels into the solar system, bro. So far so good. We did 4 hours, so not far at all. We're in the solar system Jameson. I think that's how they name it, and we're on New Atlantis, so we are just thoroughly going through all the little bits and pieces, exploring everything we can on this vast city. I hope you enjoy the stay. If you're watching this live with me today, thank you. If you're watching this afterwards on my channel, thank you. If you were gister, baie dankie ook. Oh, this little spot yesterday.
Always nice to see a fresh face around here. You stop in whenever you'd like.
I missed them.
Do you know why this place has stood for so long? I make sure everyone's comfy. I tell it like it is, and I don't take any shit.
Oh shit, okay.
Everyone's welcome, so long as you keep your hands to yourself. Understand? No causing trouble in here.
What's the story?
Mom, that's Kay. Gets
Oh,
all the
that's
credit.
okay. That's Mom.
Started making sure people felt welcome back when I was just a kid. She had one rule: no causing trouble. Everyone abided by it, put their differences aside when they came through the door. After a few years of feeding so many mouths, we needed extra credits to stay afloat. Didn't mean for this to turn into a business, but here we are. If folks are willing to pay a little to have some place to feel safe and get a decent meal, well then, we'll sure take it. No real menus to speak of, but I'm happy to get you something.
Okay, so she's a vendor. I'll probably sell you too. You literally buy a piece of toast. Oh, the details nuts. I'm cool, thank you. Probably their crib, dude. I don't know where I am, but I'm snooping around now, chat. Straight up walking in this person's bathroom. Let's get out of here, bro.
Hey there. Got a call someone's power kept going out. Know what it was? A heat leech as long as my leg. Yuck.
That's hectic. The next task. What do we have on last night? I was super tired last night, dude. There's no local map, is there? There's no local map. Look at this place, dude.
You ask me? I got contacts all over. Stock may not be so reliable, but I got ways of getting things. A lot of people will tell you it's the worst. One step above being homeless. They'll whine about how folks topside have it so much better.
So there's topside.
I like it. It's more real down here. Topside, everyone's trying to show how civilized and rich they are. Oh, it's exhausting. But hey, to each their own. Look around. You tell me. You see it's a big organization. A lot of planets, a lot of people, whole lot to keep
Brain
track
scheme,
of.
babe.
Sometimes they don't do such a good job of that. Sometimes stuff falls through the cracks, winds up collecting dust in some warehouse. But that's all right, because I, and by extension you, get to benefit. I make great deals on stuff in bulk, you get some low prices. Everyone wins.
Okay.
Take your time. I got all day.
I think we haven't seen yet. We've got 8,700 credits. Side star. That's a cool looking spacesuit, I won't lie. Probably cool to have something like this. So when I'm chilling, is it only 150? Oh, it is.
Watch your back out there.
Looks like I'm a little more in tune with our surroundings here with this. Hit the junk box.
That's it. Great job. So that trip to secondary breaker, and that goes to... Oh wow, really? They wired it like that? Jeez, okay. Okay, got it. Next one is way down past Jake's. And maybe up a story or two? It's a bit of a hike. Sorry.
Let's go to the next one.
My partner and I have talked about transferring to the same division and allow us to spend.
I remember we came down into the spot. So we've got vendors, a locked door.
Coffee is the only thing that gets me through the day. I get lost.
What time is it?
Don't look at me. I haven't got a clue.
What? Yeah?
If there's something you need, no matter what it is, either I have it or I can get it. Welcome to the Trade Authority. If you're here on legitimate
Dude,
business,
there's so
I would
much
be
going
more
on,
than
dude.
happy to help
Just
you.
join the stream, I love welcome.
If, however, you are here under false pretense, say, sent by one Miss Tsang of UC Distribution, then I'm afraid you'll find nothing illegitimate here to report to her. And I'd ask that you pass along my request to stop these silly games. So, what'll it be?
Strange way of introduce yourself, but
Perhaps, but I'm quite confident in my business, and I refuse to be intimidated. Please, let me know if I can assist you further.
what do you guys do?
I thought the name made it rather obvious. We are the authority on trade in the settled systems. Whether it's bulk cargo, specialty items, or individual requests, we make sure things get where they need to go. We have shipping lanes across the settled systems and deal with nearly every major corporation and faction there is.
Nice go.
We've been in New Atlantis for a very long time, before most things topside were built. With lots of infrastructure already in place, ample storage, and discreet access to the spaceport, it makes sense to stay.
Okay, so they're in the well.
It's had the unintentional, but not unwelcome, side effect of weeding out people who can be timid about doing business. That depends. If you have a ship and are willing to haul cargo, then we've got some work. Otherwise, you're gonna have to be more specific. We frequently post cargo running jobs up on the mission boards around town. Check them out. I've heard our jobs pay well, and on the off chance that's not what you're looking for, well, I can't really help you then. Many different parties use the mission board to post jobs for freelancers and the like. For example, the Trade Authority uses them to post cargo hauling jobs. You'll usually find mission boards in bars, typically ones nearest a spaceport. You might be able to find them elsewhere, but that's your best bet.
Okay. What is? Are we finished
It's
with this
cliche,
conversation?
but it's true. Everything. Be my guest.
What do you got for sale? What's this thing? Modified arc welder. Rattler. What pack do we have now, Chad?
If you need anything else, you know where to find us.
Thanks for the chat, appreciate it. Okay, we're not gonna steal shit yet, Chad. Oh, my bad. There's so much to explore. There's so much to explore on New Atlantis, dude. Phenomenal. We're in a place called Well now, which is like at the bottom side of it. I need to get there.
Jake's is a good place to meet contacts. It's got the right amount of booze and the right amount of schmooze. That pilot exam's coming up. I've been studying so hard.
So many
I
people
haven't
to
seen the
talk to,
sunset in
dude.
days.
Love
My
it.
last night was your last week. You want food? Go to Kay's. You want an attitude? Try Jake's. You want to feel empty inside? Get your bags and move in. Seriously though, this place is half doom and all gloom, which is precisely why I'm leaving. Only because they're all a bunch of quitters whose only goal is to make it to the weekend. I got plans. I got ambition. All I need is a shot. I'm working on it. Taking the UC Vanguard exams.
Oh,
Saving up for my
we're
own
gonna join the
ship.
Vanguard too.
You know how it works. It's just taking a little longer than I expected. Damn, hotshot. What are you doing down here then? This is the last place I'd be.
Okay, so that's it. All of
See
it's
ya.
conversation based.
You should be near the next junction box. This section isn't used very much these days, so maybe a little harder to see. That's the one.
We got it,
Next
Chad.
one's not too far. Dead end, right down from Jake's. Right under that apartment they've been trying to sell. Good luck with that, right?
I don't want any trouble.
Okay, so this is Jake's that we're talking about. Let's just finish this.
You should be near the next junction box. And if those squatters never cleared out, I would suggest avoiding eye contact. That should be fine. Another switch flipped, another lead to follow. And the lights in here just flickered too. The wiring is worse than I thought. I'm going to work on fixing that little issue while you find the next junction box. Looks like it's over near the Trade Authority.
Yeah, we were there now. Let's just check this place out.
And, maybe don't talk to anyone about it just yet.
Okay. Hello. I'm looking to join a crew. Any openings?
He only has Starship Engineering. How much it'll cost me? Not really know. What's your area of expertise?
Engineering is my specialty. I'm trained to optimize your repair systems, keep your ship up and running.
I mean, not bad, dude. How much will it cost me?
I'm only looking to earn a gold rate. Why is that? Don't think I'm desperate or anything, but you do have a point.
Okay.
Sounds fair. I'm in.
3,500 credits. I mean, let's take him with for now, dude. I don't have that much. I'm not paying that much.
Your loss. I'm looking for work. You hiring? No more than the average.
Okay, so it's sticking at. Okay, we can come back
Oh,
for
really?
this dude.
Then it looks like I need to.
Nothing good comes from the web.
Why do you want to know? You with security? Oh yeah? Maybe I'll hide my boot in your ass if you don't quit asking questions. That is, unless you're with security. In which case, I wasn't threatening you, that was just a joke, and no crime's been committed. I'm actually a very nice person. Yeah, well, newsflash, buddy. I don't like anything about you either. In fact, I dislike you with such conviction that I'm inclined to fight you right now.
Alright, let's
What do
do
you
it.
say we go 10 rounds? Right here, right now.
Let's do it, little man.
Yeah, well, luckily for you, I actually hurt my hand when I was punching some other asshole's lights out. Doc says it'll take a few weeks or months to heal. Yeah, we'll take a rain check. But once my hand heals, you're done for. Are you kidding? Take a look around. You're in the most boring place in the galaxy. Only good thing down here is Kay's house. Best cooking in the settled systems. And let me tell you, I know my food. But I can't even go there anymore because Kay banned me for bad behavior.
Yo, you sound
Me?
like a dick,
Can
Rick.
you believe that?
Rick the
what
dick.
a load of crap! Oh, we still talking?
I have half a man.
Oh, Don's Roost has the best food in the settled systems.
You buying? You want a beer? Fine. You want a buddy to talk to, or a therapy session, or whatever? Walk right back out that door. First of all, I didn't ask what you thought of it. Second, don't blow smoke up my ass. We both know it ain't nice. Down here? Like that's somehow different from other bars? Worse, maybe? That's what you're implying?
I mean, he just said it.
What are you? A structural engineer? Some mass egghead? I know full well what down here implies. Yeah? Alright. Well, bye. Hey.
Do you have room for one more on your crew?
Payloads.
Payloads. I can optimize your ship's carrying capacity and allow you to carry more cargo. Payloads. Trust me. Why is that? In my experience, the right offer is always worth waiting for. You do that. No, it's not that simple. There's no way I can go any lower. Then you're not hiring me.
Okay. Well played. This is where I came in originally. Yeah, it is.
I know you type. Just one quiet day. I think I got them.
I think this one's glitched, bro.
Kill for a cup of coffee right now. Okay, the final box I need you to deal with should be right around there. Unfortunately, I just realized you're in for a real tangle of cabling. Like 200 years I filled attempts to rewire things. I tried to fix it 3 years back and was crying by the second day. Gave up on the third. Anyway, there should be a series of secondary breakers you need to deal with before you can access the junction box. I don't remember the order, but flip levers until all those circuits are powered down.
Easy.
Wow, you got it. Really well done. You saved me like a week of work. Why didn't you meet me at the monitoring station, near where we met?
Thank you for the like, whoever you are. Appreciate you.
Did I say thank you? Because thank you. There's no way I could have done that in a reasonable amount of time all by myself. Right, sure. Of
Give
course.
me the cash, dude.
Thanks to your help, I was able to trace the power drain. I know where it's coming from. Unfortunately, the source is exactly where I was afraid it was. The Trade Authority. So, that's something that I'll need to deal with. That'll be fun. If you want to tag along, I certainly wouldn't complain. But if not, then this is where we part ways.
I mean, sure thing, let's go. Why not? I wanted to try something, Chad.
So thanks to you, we've got evidence that the Trade Authority is behind the power drain being reported down here.
Are
I
they
don't know
just-
if you ever dealt
what
with
are
the
they
Trade
doing,
Authority,
dude?
but Zoe is intimidating.
I've made
I
out
have
thing.
to go in there, but I really don't want to. You think you'd be willing to go with me? Just make sure this doesn't go badly? I don't know. I feel like I'm the one who's going to wind up in trouble. Zoe's got a way of twisting things.
Watch back.
Thanks. That means a lot. I can do the talking, I think. Just be ready for, well, anything.
Hi. How you doing?
A visit from Mast. How delightful. You'll have to remind me of your name, dear.
Okay,
I can't keep
I can do this.
It'll work drones.
I'm Luisa Reyes. Well, you know that, because I've been in here 3 times. This was pretty low on the list of things I wanted to do today.
And was it you were accusing me of with absolutely no evidence?
The power drain is coming from your building, Zoe. You and I both know it, and now I can prove it.
I'm sorry. What? I suppose you're here with her. Pleasure
We
dealing
traced
with
the
you.
drain. Check the grid. It led us here. You
You can't talk your way out of this.
I'm going to ask you to wait here a moment. I'll be right back.
I've got to see this through. Okay, just be ready for anything. I don't know if she's going to come out of there with a gun or call in mercenaries or what. I don't want this to turn out violent if we can avoid it, okay? Believe me, I really, really hope I am. But I'll tell you, people in my division tell stories about Zoe. She's got a lot of influence.
Yeah, well, I'll shoot the last one.
That's dramatic, but reassuring, I guess.
Well, Miss Reyes, I apologize for not taking this matter more seriously. I assure you I will eagerly assist in getting to the bottom of this.
What the fuck?
No, you're not weaseling out of this. We got to the bottom of it. You are the bottom.
I appreciate your enthusiasm for your work, but I do a little more research before casting aspersions. Someone has indeed been using this location through which to route electrical power. It is not the Trade Authority. I've had my suspicions for a while, and I've been keeping detailed notes, which I'm happy to share with you. For now, though, what do we do next?
Wait, what?
Oh, for heaven's sake. I presume you've been assisting Miss Reyes in tracking down this little problem. Well, clearly there's more work to be done. Why don't you continue the work you've been doing with an assurance that the Trade Authority will compensate you for your time? I'll coordinate things here with Miss Reyes. With Mast's access to the grid, we'll find out who did this soon enough. And why. Presumably, you're the one who's been doing the field work, so I believe you'll find there's another junction box out there in the well that needs your attention.
Okay, well, this is not how I saw this going. For the moment, let's assume this is all legitimate. I can sort out the details with Zoe. So why don't you go investigate the next junction box? Hey, I thought you were out there, you know, solving this.
Alright, I'm an electrician today, Chad. I'm totally okay with it. This area, dude.
Hey there. You should be getting close. Hello? Is this functional? I insist that you provide updates for any suspicious activity. Is that clear? And Zoe's here too, if you hadn't guessed. We've agreed to work together on this. Once you throw the switch, we can direct you to the next junction box. Box 45A. It should be near Apex Electronics. You can't possibly be serious. Are you looking at the same diagram I am? 47B is obviously the next one. It's on the same level. I appreciate that you've listened to reason. The junction box should be just nearby. We'll have this solved in short order. Adequately done. Zoe, I know how to read. Ignore her. Head for box 45A, okay? Miss Reyes and I have both noted that the next node in this trace is not diagrams. She means it's not in the well. It's somewhere on the surface, which technically means it's not my responsibility. However, we agree that we all like to see this through. If you head topside, I'll pull up the diagrams we need.
This is just taking me where I need to go now? So confused. I'm honestly very confused.
Miss Reyes is still collecting the necessary diagrams and blueprints to accurately assess the situation. Before she returns, I'm going to make you an offer. Whatever you find at the end of this path, you bring it to me first. I'll be certain that Mast gets what it needs. But I trade in valuable information. I suspect you're going to find some. I guarantee you the Trade Authority will pay well. Consider that as you head towards the residential district. We can't pinpoint the source yet, but it's somewhere over there.
Had to cancel my vacation.
But then I realized my tank sprung a leak. I'm stuck. The only place close enough to land.
Wait. You're not suggesting...
Tolement 2, Terramorph Heaven. So, I sat down, grabbed the highest caliber weapon I've got, and start walking.
Bull. If that had actually happened, you wouldn't be standing here.
No lie. Hell, you're welcome to go ask around the Marine outpost I stumbled into. They're the only reason I'm still breathing.
Set foot on that death trap. I think I'll just take your word for it.
Interested in having some close calls to call your very own? Commander Twala over in Mast will be happy to sign you up for the Vanguard.
I've got an motion sick riding the nap.
You looking for
around
Mast?
town.
Just up the ramp.
It's just taking me back, but what's there, dude? I'm a little bit confused. What up, Pokédesk? Welkom in, meneer. Hoe gaan het? I'm speaking confused, dude. I've been getting all these little circuit breakers. We just go yard, Chad? We were, yeah. Altering currents. Locate the junction box. Power down the junction box. I think this thing's glitch. I've clearly powered it down. What do you want me to do now? He's not here. I think it's glitched out, chat. Let's we go back up so I could hear an idiot. I'm so confused right now.
That your ship that landed not too long ago? Sure is something. If my ship goes long again, my girl is gonna kill me. You have a nice day now.
What other one's showing here, but maybe it's downstairs. Maybe it's in that lift. We go down. Let's see.
My mother wanted me to be a doctor.
At least it's just glitching. I need to do my orientation anyways. Register for examination, specific enlightenment agreement. Note any outstanding use of must be paid for. Okay. By joining the Constitutional Vanguard, I agree to perform. Okay, we have to do this anyways. I agree. Fill the orientation hall. Each Vanguard exam. Wolf, please reach through the orientation hall to examination chamber.
Registration accepted. You may now proceed through the historical displays in the orientation hall, or continue on to the examination.
Okay, we're gonna learn a little bit of the UC and the Vanguard, which will yield me citizenship in this area if we do it, bro. Ooh. Let's see. The end of Earth. Let's see.
In 2150, humanity learned the Earth's magnetosphere would collapse sometime in the next half-century, eliminating all life on the planet. Decisive action was required, but the secure transport of an entire civilization would demand a new kind of cooperation, a new kind of courage, and a new kind of union. Thus, in 2159, the United Colonies were formed.
That's the UC, chat.
Just 1 year later, the Galileo, the first of many colony ships, touched down here on Jemison, beginning a new era of human history. The age of the United Colonies.
Oh, good old Earth, dude. Wonder if you can still visit it. Get the junction box. Okay, I'm gonna change this quest to... How do we do that? Missions. Close that up. Oh, there's more. Okay. New faction rise.
From their foundation, the United Colonies strove to provide all their citizens with opportunity, security, and peace. But there were those among the UC that still wanted something more. Independence. So in 2161, the UC issued the Centaurus Proclamation, granting...
Might be a Vanguard, Chad.
UC citizens the right to settle distant worlds and form their own sovereign powers. It wasn't long before the first new faction, the Free Star Collective, was formally organized in 2188, later followed by House Varun, revealing themselves to the universe in 2230. It was only in 2230 that the faction known as House Varun first made contact with the rest of the settled systems. Founded by the passengers of a colony ship that had left New Atlantis and disappeared 4 decades earlier, House Varun was a faction unlike any other. A theocracy dedicated wholly to the beliefs of its isolationist founder, Jinan Varun. House Varun initially made overtures of peace towards the rest of the settled systems. They claimed their only intention was to spread the word of their god, the Great Serpent. But none could have guessed that this worship might take the form of a bloody war, the Serpent's Crusade. The Free Star Collective was initially founded in 2188.
Yeah, so we got the House of
when
Varun
the citizens of Aquila
and the Free Star
banded together with the
Collective.
Pleasure City of Neon in mutual defense.
Oh, okay. So
But
they're good with Neon.
2194,
It's my
after the
hometown.
deployment of a UC medical star station in orbit around their world, the citizens of Narion also requested to join the collective. The resulting rise in tensions between the Free Star Collective and UC culminated in the settled system's first intergalactic conflict, the Narion War. Despite a decisive victory by the UC, the colonies permitted the citizens of Narion to join the collective, forming the basis for the fiercely independent union that persists to this day. Beginning in 2240, House Varun forces declared all-out war on the rest of human civilization, initiating the Serpent's Crusade. Over the next 23 years, thousands of Free Star, UC, and independent souls were killed by agents of House Varun in the name of their serpent god. It was only with the death of their founder in 2263 and the succession of his heir, Jarek, that House Varun finally sued for peace. There remains, however, select members of House Varun who refuse to recognize the cessation of hostilities their leaders established. Even after House Varun's mysterious disappearance, these zealots remain a threat to all who encounter them. Their pacification, a goal of all space.
Conflict amongst the stars. That thing, dude.
Of the many conflicts between the galaxy's factions, none was more brutal than the recent colony war between the UC and the Free Star Collective. Set off by the unauthorized Free Star colonization of Vesta's Pride in 2308, a direct violation of the Narion Treaty, the colony war spread quickly across the galaxy. Both sides deployed every tool at their disposal. Armadas of warships, mechanized combat platforms, or mechs. even bioengineered alien creatures, the infamous UC xenoweapons. It was only in 2311 at the Battle of Cheyenne that the scales finally tipped. The Freestar Collective, utilizing their civilian fleet as a human shield, successfully crippled the superior United Colonies Navy. After their shocking victory against the galaxy's greatest navy, the Freestar Collective offered terms of peace, which the colonies, out of an interest in staving off any further human costs, accepted. The galaxy has been rebuilding ever since. Few settled worlds were left untouched by the colony war. But nowhere could the viciousness of modern warfare be seen more clearly than on the Freestar planet of Nira. Initially occupied by invading United Colonies forces as a forward operating position, repeated attempts to take and retake the planet by collective forces led to devastation. Swaths of the world were transformed into scorched husks, a nightmarish testament to the depths of human ingenuity and human cruelty. And today, Nira remains a continuing reminder to the horrors of unfettered war.
Richtig.
In the midst of the colony war, a different kind of tragedy struck the UC city of Londinian. A newly constructed but critical supply center for the United Colonies war effort, Londinian found itself overrun by one of the galaxy's most mysterious predators, the Terramorph. A rare but pervasive threat to all human-settled worlds, Terramorphs swept over the city, seemingly out of nowhere, on a scale never before seen in recorded history.
Big two.
Valiant efforts by the UC military slowed the onslaught, but the creatures proved unstoppable. Ultimately, the decision was made to destroy the Londinian spaceport, sealing off the city, the outbreak, and its citizenry from the galaxy at large.
That just went boom, bro.
The tragedy of Londinian is mourned by the UC to this day.
One of my slates, the Terramorphs can control people's minds. But that can't be true.
This thing's like an artist's rendition, right? No animal can be this ugly in real life. I bring her here almost every day to stare at this thing.
I can't stop staring at it. A real Terramorph.
Armistice.
After the devastation wrought by the colony war, the UC and the Freestar Collective came together to ratify a treaty that became known as the Armistice. Both sides agreed to a vast reduction in standing forces, and that xenoweapons and mech warfare would be outlawed. All related research was sealed away, accessible only in cases of dire emergency. But the Collective had another demand, that the active commanders of the UC military stand trial for their actions. The United Colonies, in the interest of peace and galactic security, agreed. In 2311, 3 United Colonies senior officers were found guilty. Commander Henry Durant, General Indira Rastogi, and Fleet Admiral Francois Sanon, known better as Ve Victus. All were sentenced to death for their actions, bringing the colony war to a close and returning peace to the galaxy at long last.
Seems like the Crimson Fleet is everywhere these days, spreading like a virus through the settled systems. They like to set up shop in old facilities, places abandoned in the colony war. That way, they can strike anywhere.
It was into this new world that the Vanguard was born. An official
pretty cool,
branch of
dude.
the UC Navy, the Vanguard is the United Colonies Volunteer Fleet, serving a myriad of security, logistical, and reconnaissance roles. And after a sufficient length of service, UC citizenship is guaranteed to every Vanguard member. Open to all captains, regardless of origin, the Vanguard is leading the charge to protect and support the citizens of the United Colonies, wherever in the galaxy they may be.
Please don't touch the displays.
Ship replica. Vanguard's got a pretty good vibe, dude.
No one is born a United Colony citizen. Only through service to the UC can one hope to
We
earn
can become a
one's citizenship.
citizen.
But the UC prides itself on taking care of its people. Cost of
We can
living
get citizenship
controls
in
means
the city of
citizens pay
Atlantis.
less than their foreign counterparts for needs big and small. All citizens are issued a grant upon joining to get themselves on their feet.
Get a grant, dude.
And only UC citizens have the opportunity to purchase property, getting the chance to live in one of the most beautiful cities in the settled systems. By joining
These ships
the
look cool,
Vanguard
dude.
today, you too can begin earning your place here, in the heart of galactic civilization, as a citizen of the United Colonies.
Won't lie, their suits look swag. The ship looks baller. You get citizenship. Now we just gotta pass a test or something. Piloting simulator. Okay, we gotta go fly in a virtual thing right now to get it. Look.
Welcome, applicant, to the piloting simulation chamber. Please enter the designated simulation pod to initiate your exam.
Wild.
You testing? Talk to Proctor Samuelson.
Ah, you must be our new applicant.
Yes, sir.
I'm Proctor Samuelson. The simulator's already
Fresh
been
and
prepped.
ready to go, sir.
You can head in whenever you're ready. Of course. You'll be running through a high-realism combat flight simulation, engineered by members of the UC science staff, right here in Mast. Your task is to defeat at least 3 tiers of simulated opponents. Accomplish that, and you pass the exam, and can then proceed on to your probationary mission. However, if
A
you
little bit
defeat
shit
more
to
than
do.
3 tiers of enemies, your required enlistment time for citizenship will be reduced, and your enlistment bonus increased. But you're welcome to try as many times as you like before returning to Commander Tuala to proceed on to the next step in your application process. We'll only keep the highest score you manage to achieve in there. While I
Any
can't answer
advice?
that question directly, I will say this. Due to the solitary nature of our work, resourcefulness is a critical tool in any Vanguard pilot's repertoire. You're permitted, even encouraged, to use whatever tool you're able to find in there.
Okay.
The simulator is designed to be a near-perfect replica
Class
of a Class
B.
B Deimos hoplite, the United Colony's standard destroyer model. It's been tuned to provide a challenging but fair fight against the enemy squadrons you'll encounter inside. Vanguard assignments can often include both space and ground combat. It'd be bad for both you and the United Colonies to not ensure you're adept in both capacities before sending you out on your first real assignment.
Get me off on my way, bro. Alright?
Just head in whenever you're ready. This is the Mark 18 flight simulation chamber, applicant. Currently in orbit around a high-detail recreation of a remote world. When you're ready to begin, please take a seat in the pilot's chair.
That's wild. So wild, dude.
Your exam is simple. Defeat as many tiers of opponents as you can before your ship is disabled. You must defeat at least 3 tiers of opponents to pass the exam.
I'm gonna keep
Good hunting, applicant.
New targets active.
Let's go. Get a lock. Easy, bro.
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 1 reached. Initiating Tier 2.
Bring it out. Where you guys at?
New targets active.
Ship's pretty wild, dude. Easy, boys, easy.
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 2 reached. Initiating Tier 3.
I think first person's a little bit better to fight.
New targets active.
A little bit of that, little flips.
Progress recorded. Tier 3 reached.
Congratulations, applicant.
Let's get that exam done, dude. Get me on my mission. I think I'm born to be a Vanguard, bro.
Resuming the examination.
New targets active. Shutting down.
Congratulations, applicant.
Thank you.
You've passed. You can head up to Commander Tuwala to receive your final results and your probationary assignment. Or you're welcome to take another run at the simulation if you'd like to try and earn a better score. We'll only keep your best run.
Wait. I probably could have carried on more. But this is space, baby, and we don't have time. Ons gaan voort. Hey, pass my exam, bud.
Well, look who's back. Everything go all right with the exam? Or did you have some questions you needed answered first? Military used to have a pretty narrow view of where the best pilots came from. In their eyes, it was UC or bust. The creation of the Vanguard was an acknowledgement by the brass that maybe not all the galaxy's greatest pilots went through a UC flight school. So it's the Vanguard's job to find them and get them to fly for us. MAST is short for Military, Administrative, and Scientific Triumvirate. From here, the three co-equal divisions of the UC government work together to advance the cause of the colonies. Be that through mutual defense, political and diplomatic strength, or scientific discovery. Now, serving any of the UC's divisions grants citizenship, but scientific and admin positions in the UC tend to be real competitive. Understandable. Most people would prefer to earn their citizenship behind a desk rather than in combat.
Alright, well, like, I mean, sign me up, dudes.
But understandable.
We can get citizenship through the Vanguard. We can get perks, probably a ship. How long have you been, Commander?
Me? 6, 7 years now? Was a recon squad commander in a former life, so it wasn't too big a jump bossing around foreign pilots instead. But Vanguard's been a quality assignment. Meet new people, judge them on a series of diverse criteria, get them out there helping people who need it.
Okay, I wrapped it up. What's my results?
Ah, so these are your numbers that just came through then. You ready to hear how you did? Then let's get to them. So, looking at the data, hit every mural in the orientation hall, huh? A test of preparation and thoroughness. Two traits the Vanguard values highly. Psychological results are all within expected levels.
Sweet.
Navy doesn't have room for folks that'll fall apart the first time they're trying to outrun a homing missile. Now, how'd you do against your foes?
Murdered them.
All right, clear tier 3. We try to set a high bar, so that's no small feat. Nice work. So then, looking at your results as a whole, and presuming you're successful in completing your probationary mission, you could have your UC citizenship after only 10 years service. Better than your average lab rat or diplomat.
10 years service.
Pretty standard for folks going out into combat. So, sounds to me like we've got Vanguard material on our hands. If you're interested, we could bring you on as a provisional member today. Get you the credits you've earned, then send you out on your probationary mission. First, though, all UC service people, provisional or otherwise, are required to swear an oath.
Okay.
So, you want to make this official? Commit yourself to the cause of the colonies?
Can we do this under the table?
You're not in the Freestar Collective here. Vanguard keeps its work above board. You want in? You have to do the same as everyone else. And that starts with the oath.
I need a little time first. I mean, can we be... So we can't be Freestar Collective. What's up, baby? My angle changed. You're gonna have to take off an ass. Huh? Can we help each other? 2 secs, chat. But I don't know if I need it. I don't know if I should. I don't know if I should join these peeps. I need a little time first.
I understand. It's a big decision.
I need a little time, Chad.
Come back when you're ready.
Yeah, I'll put some pizzas in, babe. Just let mine go a little bit longer than yours, please. Okay, so what quest is this, Chad? Let's see what it says. So when we on this quest, it says speak to Commander Tualos. Super it's Ultra, right? We go here, we go here. So it will always be there. We can go back to this. This is the main. It's our main quest. One small step. Go to the lodge, Mass District, and then we got faction, which is that miscellaneous. Down the junction box. This is broken for me. I'm gonna test this quickly one more time before we leave. What else we got here? Locate the biosensors. Keep the peace. Retrieve the package. Part of the UC thing, so we could actually clap that out. Something's not working out, bro. It's only showing one waypoint now, so maybe it's fixed itself. Let's check. Yeah, we can always decide. I need to chat to the Freestyle Collective because I want to see their vibes. They look very cowboy-y, Fallout inspired kind of world, which I dig. I need to have a chat with them before we join the Vanguard crew. Oh, it's showing 2 waypoints again. This thing's so broken. Thing's broken, chat.
After an astounding 10th year without a single reported accident, business has never been better. From your smile, to your hair, to your face.
If just joined stream, hello, welcome in, welcome in. We are fucking playing Starfield, dude. Living in a post-Starfield era, boys. But I do seem to have my first bug. I've got a waypoint pointing to this direction. And I've been here so many times now. Just leave that green then. It doesn't remove it, Chad. I think it's bugged. File down junction box. Locate the junction box. Confused. Babes, can you throw me in a glass of Coke?
Can I help you with something?
I just bring my open popcorn bucket there.
Hello there, dear friend.
George, what do you do?
Me? Why, to be frank, I don't do much. Not anymore, at least. And that suits me just fine. Yes. I now live to collect artifacts from Earth.
I've got a story about artifacts.
Every artifact tells a story. Even spoons and forks, which most take for granted. People laugh at me when they see I collect old Earth spoons. But think about it, friend. Spoons change the course of history. Can you imagine life without them?
I mean, it would be pretty weird. You'll be eating fork, but your milk for cereal would just kind of like tap out. What brings you to New Atlantis? Sir?
The usual things, I suppose. Fame, fortune, power. I'm only joking, of course.
Lol.
I've actually been fortunate to call New Atlantis home for many years. For a collector, like myself, I do believe there's no better place in all the settled systems. I've been charmed to make the acquaintance of many fellow old Earth enthusiasts here in New Atlantis. And that is why I continue to stay.
Okay. Stay.
The Sun Systems News Network. News you can trust.
So there is a junk box. Apparently there's a junk box there, but where and how? I don't know. I think it's in the residential district. I remember she saying something about the residential district. I don't know. Ooh, okay. We're onto something. We are onto something. Yeah, I thought it was glitching out. Meanwhile, I just had to listen.
Hey, you should be getting close. Looks like it's somewhere near Athena Tower. Zoe says there's a junction box on the building's exterior. I'm not sure why she knows that. One never knows when information might be useful. Okay, well, we're going to discuss that later. I'll check in once you flip the switch.
Where's your ass? Okay, let's put this thing off. Finally, I got it.
Well, that's unexpected. Powering down that junction doesn't show any other connections. Clearly, the source must be inside that residential tower. Yeah, that would make sense. You know, I think I remember seeing a report about power problems on one of the upper floors. I bet it's related. See if you can get up there.
Dude, I'm just so deep into side quests at the moment. I want to get off of New Atlantis for a bit. After this, we're gonna go side quest. Access the bottom and power down the junction box. I need it. I'm sure we had digipicks, dude. Where? I'm sure we had digipicks, bro. I think our companion has it. How do we get there then? Mensa. Wait, mouse is this side, babe. It's good to see you in the chat there, babe. Appreciate it. How do we get a digipick then? Do I just go back to my ship? How do we get to VAC? What's that dude's name? Was he robots? No, ik nou vergeet. VAC. How do I get to VAC, dude? Oh, there we go, Frontier. Wait. Okay, never mind. Where's Vaz? Baby, please. What do you need? Yeah. I feel pretty content. Yeah. No, that's all. I would like to know where my companion is. Oh, there he is. What's up, Vasco?
Captain, Constellation I will keep your items safe, Captain.
Dude, I traveled far, bro. Do you have a digipeak? Digipeak. Here we go. Yeah, I'll take that, bro. You're my companion cube. Who are you then?
A diplomatic visa? You got to be kidding me. Envoys haven't needed diplomatic visas since the colony war.
The law's the law, sir. And that one's still on the books.
I'll give you 3 likes. Ouderlijke mensen. Just swap the chat. Hello, baby.
You made all that up. There is no such addendum. The war ended almost 20 years ago. I am Representative Evans Chisholm of the Freestar Collective. I've been coming here for months trying to ensure continued peace.
Oh, this is Freestar Collective.
I don't make up the laws, Representative. I just enforce them. You have a good day now. Someplace else. Stay safe out there.
What? Can't you see I'm dealing with something?
Yeah, I want to know about the Freestar Collective. I don't mean to disturb you.
I apologize for snapping. No, I'm definitely not alright. I've got work to do at the embassy. And our overly diligent security officer over there won't let me enter the city. Claims I need a diplomatic visa, which I've never needed before in all the time I've visited New Atlantis.
Huh? You know anyone can help? I could talk to them for you.
Oh, really? And here I am biting your head off. Apologies.
No worries, man.
I'm just, well, rather flustered. Look, if you have time, could you please go to the Freestar Collective embassy and speak to a diplomat? They'll know what to do.
Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna be nice because I kind of want to figure out what the Freestar Collective is, dude.
Thank you.
Freestar
I'll wait
Collective.
here until the embassy sends the cavalry. Not like I have much choice.
Have a good one.
Fuck these little boxes, dude. This is more interesting.
You will be scanned as you enter the city. Please keep moving.
You can get back to those little boxes, bro.
No bounty. Clear.
Have you been to the commercial district? I don't know. Just want to stream a low. Commercial district. Damn. Yeah, what have got your boys? Era brew. Oh, thanks, babe. Can you please give me a freaking Macy, babe? Because I can't eat with one 2,000 rand. Thanks, baby. Looks delish. No, but that's Clinton's style right now. It's like a good in between.
Wow. You look completely different.
It's me.
I mean, right, but isn't it going to confuse him? He won't even recognize you.
I'd be mysterious.
Zoe, you are 1 in a million.
Maybe for our third date, I'll be a redhead.
Of course he did. Thank you, babes.
I wonder what she looks like for real. Does she even know?
This uninstall games are not playing, bro. E-Drive.
Oh, you simply have to try enhance.
All of our services are designed to minimize pain and maximize happiness. Hi, welcome to Enhance. Thanks so much for stopping in today. I'm sure my staff and I can accommodate your every need. If you're here to try something new or on a whim, or to replicate a look you've seen and loved elsewhere, or just want to love your reflection in the mirror a little bit more, we've got you covered. All our services and records are private and confidential, so no need to worry.
What did I do?
Well, I'm not at liberty to disclose any of our patients' personal motivations or services. You understand, of course. But, gosh, it could be anything, really. Something simple or a total reconstruction. Why you're here doesn't really matter to me. It's just important that you're satisfied when you leave.
This is a plastic surgeon. That's what they offer. Okay, we can probably change the way we look here, dude. Is it all safe?
Oh, yes, of course, sure. Enhance's proprietary registered technology is absolutely the best in the settled systems. There is a reason we've been the #1 most trusted brand for reconstructive and plastic surgery for 2 decades running. Oh my God, you certainly put things bluntly, don't you? You just took me a little bit off guard. It's just like you read my mind or something. You see, I've run into a bit of an issue, a teensy little issue. I may have lost a data slate containing the confidential information of numerous patients. Little things, you know, like payment,
no way, we get a little quiz from this.
procedures done, age, birthdays, mailing addresses. Oh no, who am I kidding? This is so bad. If that information gets out, my business and reputation could be destroyed. No patient will trust me again.
Oh, that certainly isn't good.
It's not. People's private information is at stake, ready to be taken by any bad actor that finds that damn slate. And worse, my reputation and business is on the line. Please, I'm begging you. You'll have to find that slate.
Right. I'll do it for you, bro.
Thank you. And let's see, I frequent the Terra Brew nearby, as well as Whetstone. I also stopped by the Valberg building recently. Thank you for doing this. You're a lifesaver. Please, come back as soon as you have the slate. Oh, and don't read anything on it.
I'm definitely 100% gonna read it.
Remember?
No, I'm gonna read it. Secrets, okay.
If
We'll do
you'd
that a
ever
little bit
like to
later.
make a change, we're up to the task.
Yeah, I should have assumed with the dialogue of this guy that.
Enhance is my favorite place in the galaxy.
I feel...
Upland.
You're only as safe as your equipment out there. Welcome to Outland. We deal in only the finest, most reliable gear for whatever adventures may await you. All of our products come highly recommended by individuals who have devoted their lives to distant travel. And while I've never needed them myself, I stand by everything we offer. No flying for me. Not my style. Goodness, no, I just couldn't. You're out there millions of miles away from anything, and if something goes wrong, I can't stomach the thought.
I mean, I
prefer
understand
solid
that's
ground
point of
under
view.
my feet at all times. And preferably a hot, fresh coffee within reach. Can't get those in space either. I do. In this line of work, it's essential, don't you think? Not seeing people come back would not only suggest that they're not satisfied with our business, but that whatever they purchased had failed, leaving them unable to return. I would not be able to sleep at night if I thought that were the case.
Okay.
Please do. I hope we have something that suits you. Get it? Be careful out there.
Do you like plants? I think plants would be fun, but I worry they just disappoint. Hey. Sure. Why? It's so much more fun to be lonely and miserable, but fine. I like to paint, I like to crochet, pretty much hate everything else.
Crochet?
You're starting to grow on me, though.
Maybe
like a fungus.
I think I found you in the
But
game.
I like mushrooms.
I like to
Guess that's the
crochet.
third
I
thing.
like to paint. I hate everyone else.
Trying to get a job at Galbank. It's the big building with the word Galbank on it. Good for you. A lot of people can, but not everyone does. Anyway, yeah, I'd like to be a banker. It'll be fun. Because magic isn't real, which means I can't be a necromancer. I figured being a soul-sucking banker was the next best thing. Yeah, find a Galbank teller and deposit all your creds into my bank account. It'll be paid, of course. Eventually. Mm-hmm.
Listen, I have a lot on my plate right now, and you don't
It's just
look
so
like
much
a
cool
new
little
hire
interesting
stumbling
bits,
through
yeah, I
the
think.
first day. Who exactly are you? Really? Hmm. You have your own ship?
Yeah.
Oh, this is perfect. Kismet, really. I have a business proposition for you that could help us both out. Very lucrative. So you see right through me. You've got a good eye. You are just the person I'm looking for. Well, confession time. I might just be a little desperate. See, the world of credit analysis, you know, dealing with deadbeats and reprobates is, well, it's a tough field. And what I need is a ringer, someone that can collect some of our top delinquent offenders. What I need is you. You work with me, and the fee you get will be huge.
Interesting. How many crazy are we talking about?
Oh, I can tell you're eager. That's good. But we'll start small and work our way up to the worst offenders. If you haven't noticed, and I'm guessing you have, the settled systems is big. Like really big. Someone gets seriously underwater, they skip the system. And it's a real pain to track them down. Sad truth is, we can't track everyone down, so credit analysis always has a black eye when reporting to the higher-ups. Yes! So, we got a Galaxy-class con man took out a loan to franchise a restaurant. Turns out, surprise, it was a scam, and Dieter Maliki jumps system. Now, he's holed up in a literal shack in the middle of nowhere. Can you believe it?
Sure did.
The job is simple. Get Dieter to pay. And we don't want him dead, we don't want him hurt. Just close his account like an honest citizen. Well, you may need to lean on him, scare him. Nothing illegal, just talk to him. And don't listen to any sob stories he tells you. Any job I give you, I guarantee there's not some poor sick aunt that needs credits for surgery. These are scofflaws, scum, flagrantly violating the terms of their Galbank agreements. If he dies, then his assets go to probate, and we can get paid. So if he forces you into an it's you or him situation, it's A-okay for Galbank's bottom line if you choose him. But I cannot stress this enough. This is not the ideal outcome. We wanted him liquidated, we'd have put a tracker on him. Well, I mean, yes, we're not the only ones looking for him. And you don't dome up on a dust ball unless you're serious about dodging your civic responsibilities.
Okay. So let's collect some data.
I'll
I guess.
send over all the details. You find Dieter and bring his account current. I hate to end on this note, but you know, not everyone's a straight arrow. If you cut a deal with Dieter, honestly, I have no way of knowing. But don't expect any more jobs for me. Best of luck. I believe in you.
Exactly. It's like...
When someone insults you, you want to just beat the shit out of them sometimes, but you don't.
Well, not quite what I was thinking, but that's actually a great example, Marcus. The man in the story was cruel. Do you know why he was cruel? You must feel what he feels. Understand his pain. Accept it. And deliver it not back upon him.
Empathy. You mean empathy? But you say it like it's easy. Like anyone can just love a terrible person who has been terrible to them.
Yeah, why even bother? I mean, isn't the cycle of humanity peace and war back and forth, like forever? Seems kind of pointless to try so hard for something that won't last. Nothing ever really changes.
Well, it's not easy, no, but necessary. Because you see, everything has changed. God. God has given us the intelligence, the ingenuity to reach into the stars, to travel his path, to truly find him. But we can't do it alone. The only way is through unity. Ah, yes, Andreas. Yes, unity. Well, I'm sure you all have other things to do. Thank you for taking the time to stop and talk with me. I just happened to bump into a few friends seeking some spiritual guidance. I hope we weren't in the way or a distraction. I may not always have the perfect advice for people, but I try to just be here for them.
Bethesda, Bethesda, you did it again.
Were you seeking worldly wisdom or just a friendly ear?
Meaning of life would be good for a start.
It would, wouldn't it? Well, if you find it, be sure to come back and let me know. It would make the next sermon more memorable, if nothing else. And in the meantime, while it isn't quite so profound, I might suggest reading some of our works. Among the Grab Jumps is a good place to start.
I think I got that book.
I'm sure you can find a copy lying about. And if you do decide to read it, perhaps you'd let me know what you think. See if it speaks to you, as it has to others. That's all right. I'm sure it just escaped your memory.
Aquilus has got a good
So
vibe,
many
dude.
things do over time. There must be a copy around here somewhere. If you do happen to peruse it, I would enjoy hearing your thoughts on the idea.
Give her a look.
Wonderful. I really would be happy to discuss it with you sometime.
Let me check, dude. Let me have that book. Grab some.
There's so many mysteries in the universe, so many unknowns that I try to help out others whenever I get the chance. Well, we're a newer organization, at least officially. Our facility here in New Atlantis has only been around a few decades. But we're gaining new members all the time. I think people have been grasping for something to express what they're experiencing, and I'm glad we can be here for them. Keeper by title. But yes, I suppose the title fits. I'm very grateful that I have the opportunity to be here for those who need us, who find meaning in our message.
Excuse me?
The Sanctum will always be here for those who seek it.
Daddy, please. But I love get fed at 6.
The Lodge is here in the city. We shouldn't keep Constellation waiting.
Okay, we'll do that. Place is that? Let's see. Okay, Barrett. Let's get this thing done. That's good.
Only those with an appointment are allowed inside the embassy. Welcome to the Free Star Embassy. Is there something I can help you with? Typical UC security. They try to bully us every chance they get and still manage to play the victim. I'll get this squared away with the folks down at the spaceport. Thanks for letting us know.
Sweet.
Don't you worry. I'll have our people go and fit. The guards will check you at the elevators. Try not to make a fuss.
Nobody, unless you've got embassy business, I suggest you mosey along.
so the mission's pretty much done. Do we then go, let's do the, go back to the main quest. I'm getting almost hold B.
Be careful if you run into those ecliptic jerks. Fly around.
This space, please be aware that those around you may be grieving. If you are a citizen and require grief counseling, you may speak with any Colonial Health Services representative to initiate counseling intake.
How you liking that laser gun? Pew pew. Everything good? We're here to help.
We may be in a United Colonies city, but Constellation is an entirely neutral entity, and always has been. Here we are, the lodge. The front door should unlock if you hold up the watch that Barrett gave you. I have messaged the other members of Constellation. They will be waiting for us inside.
This is kind of a big oomblik, bro. I saved ya. Give me 2 seconds.
Captain, everyone will be in the library, just inside. If Barrett were here, he'd probably tell you that you're part of something bigger now, and he hopes you'll make this place your home.
You two keep going on like this, and I'm banning wages. I'm serious.
We'll play nice. Just a little friendly conversation.
We appear to have a visitor.
Welcome to Constellation. We have a lot to talk about.
Would you care to tell us what happened to our friend? Why you're
Put your
here
headphones
and
on.
he isn't?
I can help you.
Fishy. Look at fish peeps.
Very well.
Let's start with that.
This is a private organization dedicated to exploration. Space primarily, but also anomalies throughout the settled systems. It's inherently dangerous work, so if one of our own doesn't show up as planned, then we tend to have questions. Speaking of which, where is Barrett?
Well, calm down. Who are you?
Sarah Morgan, Chair of Constellation. That means anything you discussed with Barrett is my business. Now, if you would please answer my question. I see. Vasco, verify.
All statements made have been factual.
This is just typical. Barrett hands over our ship and our robot to some random employee of that discount mining outfit he uses.
Walter.
And if we hadn't insisted on installing those emergency protocols, I guarantee you this rock breaker here would be halfway to Neon.
But that didn't happen. He's here with the artifact.
Thank you, Matteo. Now, let's focus on what's in front of us, shall we? What happened when it was extracted?
Look at the
Did
patch on
anyone
her
see
arm,
anything?
Chad. We got that.
Hear anything?
How many times has that happened? How's that got these visions, dude?
We think it's anyone else who pulls one out of the rock for the first time. Why? We're not sure yet. So if you wouldn't mind adding another data point. Interesting. Similar to Barrett's description of the experience, with less embellishment.
Are you hearing this? Do you all believe me now?
Whether it happened or not wasn't in doubt. But honestly, if you expect us to believe in fairy...
If this is the greatest mystery in the universe, why couldn't it be part of the ultimate mystery?
But gentlemen, can we please focus? Noel, I think it's time we tested your theory.
Let's see what's gonna happen.
Let's see. We know the artifacts react to each other. The pieces we already have move when they're in close. Contact. Now, if we add this new one to the two we already have...
The artifact. If you could place it on the table here.
That's it. Just like the others.
And to imagine, we thought there were only 2 of them at first.
Oh my god, that's it. They're
What's
reacting.
happening?
Look at how it's coming together. That energy that's arcing between them, no manufactured material in the settled systems can do that. None of them. This proves...
Easy, girl. Breathe. You'll have a heart attack.
She's not the only one. If they're coming together...
Beautiful.
That means there's a set.
Built by an intelligence outside the settled systems.
They'll...
There's everybody in the shot there, right?
2,000 credits for our little wager, Godfrey?
You're on, Walter.
Well, if we had all the answers, it wouldn't be exciting, now would it?
Not to take away from the moment, but what are we going to do about our new friend here?
So, are you ready to get to work? See if exploration is the life you want to lead in this little universe of ours?
You want me in the constellation?
We're all
I'm down.
here
I'm down.
because we're
It's a noble
committed to
cause.
exploring space.
The most fucking
Humanity may have settled the stars, but that doesn't mean we should stop diving into the unknown. Beyond that, you'll be expected to use your own judgment, just like the rest of us. Individually, they're just odd hunks of metal, another oddity from the uncharted reaches of space. As to what they are, what they're building, well, you'll be part of solving that puzzle now.
Everybody's so into like Destiny and this is your part now. Okay, I'm in.
You should take some time to get settled in. Introduce yourself to everyone. Some of our members aren't here, but you'll meet them soon. Come find me when you're ready. You and I are going to be doing some traveling together. Get your feet wet. And here, I think you've earned something for bringing the artifact to us. In addition to credits, why don't we set you up with a backpack with some boost capability?
Sweet.
You'll
I'm down
need
with
it
that.
out in the field anyway. Just mind your head.
One small step.
Your father dropped by. He left a note for you. Here.
Constellation pack. That bad boy on. Oh, look epic. That suit is wild. Fucking bought this, dude. Looks kind of cool, dude. Yeah, let's talk to
As much
everybody.
as I love uncovering new questions, I wouldn't mind a few answers now and then. That was intense, wasn't it?
That was
The
nuts.
artifacts, I mean. Sorry,
Just on
this
stream.
must all
Hello,
be a little
Khaled.
overwhelming
Welcome
for
in
you
for
right
watching
now.
Afterwards. Appreciate it.
I guess a lot
Thank you for the
overwhelming
likes.
now that I think about it. I'm Noelle.
The plot
It's
thickens.
really nice to meet you. And thank you for bringing the artifact to us.
Okay, so from the beginning, how long have you been working on all of this?
Well, Constellation's been around forever, more than 50 years now. But we only became aware of the artifacts recently. Barrett discovered the first one about 2 years ago, right under our noses. And he was the one who got this all in motion. It's a shame he isn't here to see this.
Just send him a goddamn video. I'm sure we got the take. The vision I saw, what do you think that was?
Oh, right, that. If we're approaching this rationally, I suppose we'd call them visual and auditory hallucinations. What you perceived as lights and music could be overloaded neural input, your brain's attempt to make sense of something. An energy surge, some other phenomenon. He did. At the time, well, it's Barrett. We weren't sure if he was kidding around. Clearly, he wasn't.
That it means something.
Sure, I'm not trying to suggest otherwise. I wasn't there when it happened.
What, Bricky?
I'm just thinking it through. That's okay. Now that this has happened to both you and Barrett, we can know to maybe expect it in the future. Be a little more prepared. We're all in this together now, right? Of course. There's plenty of planets out there that no one has ever set foot on, and everything we learn about them is valuable. We have a board where we post anything specific we're looking for. A type of alien flora or fauna.
Been watching, gonna chill for a bit, enjoy
a
the
planet
stream.
with
Thank
a
you,
specific
Pokedays.
quality,
Much love, dude.
like if it's primed to have life but doesn't yet. Oh gosh, no. I mean, that's flattering, but really, we're making this up as we go. Until you arrived, we only had the two, and the vaguest sense that there was something more at work. There's still so much we don't know, and that means a lot of work ahead of us. Well, right now, nothing's off the table. Metallurgical analysis, chemical composition. I'm looking at everything. One thing I'm really trying to improve is my overall database of xenobiology. I don't know if it will help in this case, but the more we know about, well, everything, the better off we are, right? Speaking of, if you're gonna be out there looking for more artifacts, you're bound to come across some interesting specimens. Anything organic, I'd be happy to take it off your hands. I can't be certain that they will, but more data points are always a good thing. I don't want to rule out anything that could provide a breakthrough. And if it sweetens the deal, I can pay. Pretty well, too. Walter's pockets may not be bottomless, but they are pretty deep. Planning on sticking around then? Good. I think we can find a spot for you. And along the way, I can give you the very abbreviated tour.
Cool. Cool.
I hope you're still glad you joined Constellation, Noel.
It's a dream come true, Sarah. You know that.
You've been an invaluable asset to the group, Noel. Just wanted to make sure you didn't regret it.
There are days that are tough, sure. But if I weren't here, I wouldn't even know about all the incredible things we're discovering.
My little space outfit, babe. There must be a quick way to get to this menu.
Lately, I find myself spending more and more time here. Business has appealed to me, but this is exciting. Well, I suppose calling you a rock breaker may have been a bit out of line. Still doesn't excuse it. My frustrations lie more with Barrett, not the first time his shenanigans have jeopardized one of our ventures. Not fair of me to take it out on you, especially since it would seem he made the right call this time. So, let's start over, shall we? Walter Stroud, CEO of Stroud Eklund, member of Constellation, and oft-times grumpy old man. Welcome aboard. Yes, well, a stocked bar is a treat I think Constellation can afford. For now. But if you clean us out, you're on your own. By the way, in addition to a place to stay, the Lodge has a wealth of modification and research equipment. Spacesuit customization, pharmaceutical manufacturing, testing alien substances, the whole thing. You can even fashion industrial pieces for large-scale projects. If you don't mind extracting a few raw resources from a nearby planet, that is. I'm a fan of self-reliance, so I encourage you to make use of the tools we have to build what you need.
Okay, so this isn't where I expect to find a CEO. What's your role in Constellation? Okay, let's ask him all these
Funny
questions.
thing about
On
companies, you build one sturdy enough, it doesn't need you there all the time.
I'm just trying to
prop
get
it
to
up.
my controller so I can put the camera off.
Stroud-Eklund functions quite well on a day-to-day basis, leaving me time to devote to more esoteric pursuits. For years, I was captivated by the writings of Constellation's founder, Sebastian Banks. I finally decided to do something more than admire from a distance, and so now I call the lodge home as much as anywhere else.
I made it on purpose like that. Yeah, now I'm wondering if it's a improper design choice. You know what I'm saying? I can accept constructive criticisms where people think it's cutting off. In my mind, it's nice. It's like half of the logo. It's like it's peeling. It's coming out saying,
Can't
"Hey,
always
it's Cecil."
continue this some other time.
I can't change my scenes now, so I can't show you. I'm just trying to log in. This man needs to wait, yeah. While I try and log in, yeah. Got it. Am I now signed into this controller chat? Let's see. To sync, scan the QR code and stay. Oh, boo. Give me the. Pause again there for a sec, babe. Alt tab. No, it's fine, it's fine. Remote. Which? No, remote control. Show. Scan. And bada bing, bada boom. Thanks, lover. Tron Constellation was CEO.
Why, I'm the wallet. Someone has to fund all this, and all my success in business doesn't mean much if I can't put it to good use. I don't pretend to have the daring of Ms. Morgan, or the smarts of young Mateo, but I can make sure that they have the resources they need. And, as you've now seen, those resources aren't being wasted. We're onto something big here.
What about the visions?
Up until very recently, I'd likely have dismissed it as, I don't know, hallucinations. But now, I'm not sure what to think. I don't suppose you have a history of this sort of thing, do you? Yes, I imagined as much. Barrett expressed something similar, in his own unique way. I'm no scientist. I leave that to the likes of Barrett and young Noel there. But I think we can all agree there's something unusual going on here. Frankly, this is the most exciting thing that's happened in years. We're most well known for ship manufacture. No expense spared. If you want the best and can afford it, you choose Stroud-Eklund. Unfortunately, our success means you'll sometimes see Stroud-Eklund ship modules on less than reputable vessels. They covet them. The bastards. I've tried to convince the United Colonies we can help in that regard, but they're married to Deimos Star Yards, and those old salts are stuck in the glory days. Goodbye.
Bet you never expected to end up involved in something like this. Are you doing okay? I'm not sure anyone really asked yet. Don't want you to think we're focused on the artifacts and nothing else. You matter too. You've done something really significant bringing that artifact here. I'm Mateo, theological scholar by trade, but now, well, an explorer like you. It's really good to have you with us.
Of course.
Well, there was some overlap in interests. I'd spent years searching for religious relics from human history. I had made a really incredible discovery, only to lose it to a greedy corporation. So I tried to steal it back. In the process, I met Walter. Turned out he owned the corporation. After a long talk, we realized we had a lot in common, and I was invited to join Constellation. I'm not gonna lie, I really wish I could have seen this for myself. It's hard to judge otherwise. Both you and Barrett saw something. I don't think that's a coincidence. Did it feel like it was trying to tell you something? I don't want to necessarily use the words divine revelation, but, you know, if the label fits. It has to be, right? All of this is connected. We just need to figure out how and why. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. We just need more data, which means more artifacts.
Pivotal little conversation. They all came out of caves. That's actually like, why are they in caves, bro?
Second one was on Kazal, buried, the same as the one you found. But the first one, right under our noses for years, sitting in storage, masquerading as an oversized paperweight. Can you imagine potentially the greatest discovery in human history collecting dust? Take care of yourself.
Sarah's the best possible person to be running Constellation at a time like this. Focused, no nonsense, and dedicated. Well, Cartry, pilfered any priceless antiquities lately?
Ha ha. I don't have much time for that kind of thing anymore. So much to do around here, you know?
I wasn't born yesterday, you know. I bet you have your eye on something.
If you must... No. There's rumors of an 18th... century English translation of the Bhagavad Gita that I was following up on.
Ha! Well, best of luck.
Can I help?
I am at your service, Captain. Captain, now that you are a member of Constellation, I am at your service. No additional protocols necessary. Also, given the likelihood that you will be out in unsettled space, it might be beneficial to go over exploration outpost development, in case you ever need to build a base for field research. Captain, I will proceed to my assigned post. Captain, do you require my assistance? The exploration of an unknown planet can be a major undertaking. By building an outpost, you will be able to construct scanning equipment, resource extractors, and defenses. It is even possible to set up multiple outposts capable of manufacturing, allowing you to build advanced equipment.
People love that kind of space. Pun intended.
The blueprints you need to construct an outpost should already be on your watch. It will automatically connect to any available materials for construction in your ship's cargo. Conversational protocols engaged. I am awaiting your query. I am powered by wheels and cogs. They are responsible for any ticking that emanates from me. Constellation has seen to it that I possess a near encyclopedic knowledge of human history, art, culture, and science. May I answer a question for you? I have been programmed to comprehend all modern and ancient human languages. The only exception is body language. My body is crafted from reinforced metal, and therefore incompatible with such forms of expression. Logically, I believe the correct answer to be the airplane, followed shortly by the computer. Humans could not have become a spacefaring species without them. Illogically speaking, I am inclined to believe that books were your greatest invention. I have spent a good deal of time processing works of science fiction. They make good case studies in how your species could have made a mess of its entry into the stars in different ways than you did in reality. I am looking at one. I hope that was a suitable response. Constellation did not equip me with a sense of humor. I have done my best to mimic Barrett's. This is a difficult question to parse. I do not experience enjoyment. However, I find that the music of ancient Japan has a pleasantly mathematical sound. The same is true of the works of European composers from the Baroque period. I have dedicated significant time to processing these compositions and understanding their structure. Understood. Constellation recovered me from an abandoned lunar robotics factory on Earth's moon, where I was manufactured. I am told I was in quite a state of disrepair. Barrett elected to refurbish me after the discovery. Since then, I have been reprogrammed to be useful to Constellation.
That's cool, Chad.
That is correct. I am a first-generation Model A robot. As such, I was manufactured on Earth's moon. Modern lunar robotics products are manufactured elsewhere. Some data from my time on Earth's moon remains deep in my motherboard, but I do not frequently access it. Very little of what is in those files would prove useful to modern spacefarers. Constellation named me after the Portuguese explorer Vasco da Gama, who resided on Earth in the 15th century AD. He explored his home planet by way of its seas. Barrett tells me he was quite an accomplished explorer. I am inclined to believe it, as that is a compliment Barrett normally reserves for himself. Constellation is an exceptionally driven and intelligent group of humans. I would expect nothing less of them. My programming dictates that I must answer any question. That is a difficult question to parse. I do not experience human emotions such as enjoyment. However, I have been kept busy since Constellation acquired me. That satisfies my directive to be as helpful as possible for the duration of my existence. In a geographical sense, the Lodge cannot be missed. It is easily accessible from the New Atlantis spaceport, but I presume that you are using miss in this context to mean long for, in which case my answer is no. I long for nothing. Barrett, however, regularly complains about missing the Lodge's amenities during our travels. This has led me to the conclusion that it is a place worth missing. It would seem that spending an extended period of time in Barrett's company has resulted in an improved ability to calculate his speech patterns. Perhaps someday I will also be capable of emulating yours. Very well. Please proceed with your query. Lunar Robotics is a manufacturing company. They are most notable for creating Model A robots. Their headquarters was once located on Earth's moon. It was evacuated during the cataclysm that rendered Earth uninhabitable. Today, Lunar Robotics products are still found throughout the settled systems, myself included. It is impossible to read Barrett. He is neither a book nor a block of code. If you are asking for a summary of my observations on his behavior, I will provide one. Barrett has not shared many personal details with me. He finds me a poor conversation partner. Despite repeated attempts on his part, I do not understand the concept of gossip. Based on my understanding of Barrett, I believe he would be flattered by that assessment. I find you to be a more measured and logical captain than Barrett. It would be quite difficult for another human to be more reckless than him. My likelihood of expiration due to corporeal destruction has been significantly reduced since coming aboard your ship. You should consider this a success. I am relieved that your curiosity has been satisfied. Hello, Captain. It is pleasant to see you. If you feel it is necessary, I will see you at a later time. Hello. I have no object. Captain, greetings. I will await your next order here.
Yes? So, are you ready to get to work? Or was there something else? Not much, but you've seen them for yourself. It doesn't take a lot to realize we're dealing with something extraordinary. Just what that is, we'll have to figure out. It's what we do. I don't know what you've heard, but I can imagine. First of all, I think you can dismiss any stories about us no longer existing. I don't believe in smearing our name everywhere we can. Exploring the universe, charting the unknown, that's what counts. Besides, having a little mystery gives us room to maneuver. A fixed reputation could fence us in a lot of ways. We're explorers. Humanity has always hunted for knowledge in the unknown. We just take that a little more seriously than others. We were founded decades ago by a man named Sebastian Banks. He wanted a small group of people from all corners of the settled systems dedicated to the biggest question of all. What's out there? These artifacts could be everything we've been looking for. Another great secret the universe is asking us to unravel. We're going to be doing some old-fashioned detective work.
I'm ready, chat.
The artifacts are relatively inert once they're out of bedrock. That means people can pass them around, not even knowing what they are. I've been letting my contacts know to be on the lookout for strange metal objects. Get back a lot of noise, usually, but a tip from the UC Vanguard sounds promising. We have to assume that we're not the only ones to have stumbled into this mystery. But most people aren't going into space looking for the unknown. They're looking for places to settle, resources to extract, territory to defend. An odd-looking rock or a single strange hunk of metal wouldn't mean much to them. That's why Constellation exists, in a way, to put pieces like this together. A volunteer force that helps defend the edges of United Colonies space. They're always looking for recruits. Lots of retired veterans and dangerous professionals mixed in with part-timers who barely have a laser cannon welded to a hull. My contact is in the recruiting office, so he hears a lot about what the volunteers are up to. Jumping to anthropology on me already? Oh, well, good. We all need our own reasons to be out there. But it's not just that. I want to take this opportunity to see how you handle yourself, and for you to learn more about us.
Okay, I
I'm
can
going
handle
to be
this.
sticking with you
I
for
was
this.
born for this mission.
We'll be traveling together until we either find an artifact or this lead runs dry.
I kind of want to do some stuff on my own first. Until we get an artifact.
Go ahead. Just don't take too long or my contact's information might go bad.
Oh,
Ever
you're
since I got here,
chill, I
this
don't
has
want you
felt
to
like
follow me yet,
These
dude.
people are family. I hope it feels that way for you.
Okay, we'll get back to that. No, it's... This here. Your appearance at the Pioneer Tower. Go meet our parents, Spear. That's our trait. How do we get to the Pioneer Tower? Know what that is, we're just going there. I want to change it up. What's this? Oh, I need to shoot that. Oops, sorry guys. Whoa, I'm gonna crash against this thing. Damn it, Daddy. Good go. Place gives me Citadel vibes on Mass Effect. But I'm kind of like lost. Oh, I know what to do. I don't know what I want to do. Just talk to Sora or Sarah, get the mission, and then probably go off this planet for a bit.
You take advantage of the opportunity to rest in a safe location.
This counts as rating.
Hello, Captain. Good day, Captain.
Hey, ready to head out there? Or did you still need time on your own? You mean besides the ship, the robot, and a place to stay all rent-free? We do have some funds we can disperse from time to time.
Where is this crib?
Not to mention, I think we can get you a proper suit. We're explorers. We keep a lot of equipment on hand for that purpose. So the more you work with us, the more we can share what we have. Time to go?
Mining outpost, but you can just go and land it. Where? Ching ching. Go mommy, go be a mommy. Mommy's gonna help you guys.
hell are you doing all the way out here?
Uh-huh.
I thought help would never come, but here you are. On our way back from a supply run, a massive storm swept through our area.
Oh shit, dude.
We were right in the thick of it. We all got out of there as fast as we could. All of us. Except one. She must have gotten hurt in all of the chaos. We need you to bring her back. Can you do this for us? I had a feeling about you. Thank you so much. Right. Back to it.
Yeah, we got a little mission out here, dude.
You've got... I wish this job didn't take me so far from home. Always could use a hand. Current details are listed on the mission terminal. Help yourself. Always could use a hand. I was kinda wondering the same thing about you. You're the first new face I've seen since my crew started this operation. If HQ sent you for a status report, you tell them to fire whoever chose this site. We haven't dug up anything valuable in ages. Mining raw materials for ship parts, I think. Consolidated mining doesn't tell their supervisors much. Always could use it. Mining raw materials. Goodbye.
Shields up. I'm counting the minutes until my contract's up. What I wouldn't give to be knocking back a cold one at the hitching post right now.
Shop's open, if you want to take a look. It's not every day that I get a new customer.
It pays the bills. I wish I worked closer to home, but what are you gonna do? I've got a gaggle of kids in Aquila City, and somebody's gotta keep them all fed.
Total hard ass. We've had a ton of turnover already, and it's only been a few weeks since we set up shop. We'll lose the whole crew if the supervisor doesn't cool it, myself included. Nobody likes working overtime.
All right, here's what I've got.
Stay safe out there. Hope you're not looking for anything fancy. I only carry the basics.
Keep away from the equipment. We don't have a medic on staff. Watch your step. You don't want to end up on the wrong side of a blasting cap. Keep moving. I'm out here to make credits, not friends.
Well, Chad, I think I'm gonna call it there. It was fun. I'm a little bit lost, so in between streams, I think I'll catch up on little side quests. Maybe keep the main quest for on stream when I'm playing. I might be on later tonight, otherwise definitely tomorrow. Just save this game.
If I run over bugs, there's gonna be a riot.
Catch you guys on the flip side. Peace.